The ability to impact the African people with increased capability in logistics is absolutely critical. That happens through more locomotives, more cars that can haul stuff. In the airline business, you've got to make sure that you can really get it from point A to point B at the right place, on time, etc. So service, reliability, capability of engines of what we sell are absolutely prime importance.
I think a good example of what we're capable of doing is what we're doing here in South Africa. We're bringing our best locomotive technology to South Africa to help them improve their operational efficiencies, both in terms of reliability and significant reduction in the cost of operating the railroad through our locomotive technology. We have a partner here in South Africa, and we're actually now localized in building those locomotives here in South Africa. So far, we've built about 110. We also have signaling technology. We have some very interesting software solutions that actually optimize the operation of the train and can significantly reduce the fuel consumption of the train and also increase the length of the train that it can operate so that it increases the throughput, the freight throughput on the rail system. We just signed a alliance agreement with our partner Transnet Engineering that allows us to produce not only for South Africa, but for export as well. In fact, we've got our first contract in Mozambique for 10 locomotives that will be built here and shipped to Mozambique. And we're also working on several projects, such as a project in Angola to do the same thing for up to 100 locomotives. Angola is looking to develop itself as kind of a regional rail transportation hub. And then Mozambique, both on the national operator, but also there's a number of large mining companies that are looking to develop Mozambique's natural resources where they'll need a significant amount of rail infrastructure to develop those resources.
GESAT, which stands for South Africa Technologies, a joint venture that was established. GSAT is a joint venture that is GE owning 74.9%, and Mine Workers Investment Company owns 25.1% of the joint venture. The synergies between the two are very clear. The Mine Workers Investment Company, by virtue of the position, they're the investment company of the mine workers, and they're separate PTY Limited, which means that their role is to look at investments that will bring returns that look after the welfare of the mine workers' children, as well as the mine workers after they leave the employment of the mine. My role, I think, as a CEO is to strategically look at the roles that have to be performed to ensure sustainable business for GSAT, and to also look at the operational requirements. That means we satisfy the customer today to enable us to be able to be more successful tomorrow.
The power generation challenge in Nigeria as well as in the rest of the continent is that there's just too little supply and there's tremendous demand for incremental power. GE working directly with the federal government, working with project sponsors to create additional incremental generation capacity of about 10,000 megawatts. That is a significant commitment.
They're looking for 10 gigawatts of power in the next 10 years. And we can help them with that because we do that. We refurbish equipment. We know how to do that. We've been in the business for over 100 years. We have new products that can work. We do wind projects, gas turbine projects. So there's a lot of different ways that we can impact their needs to develop these 10 gigawatts of power in the next 10 years in Nigeria.
There's a lot of excitement about this. We're making tremendous progress, and this is an area that we demonstrate again our commitment to Nigeria as well as our commitment to the broader region.
In Durban, South Africa, we have the waste-to-energy product using our Yenbach gas engines, taking the methane generated by the landfill or the waste and then pumping that into our engines, which then provides power and then lights homes. And it provided a number of jobs as well. We're looking at replicating that across the continent. It's been a very good project for us.
As part of our energy business, we have a water business as well. And as you look across the continent, there's some tremendous water challenges here, both in terms of just providing basic water services to the public, but also on the industrial side. As an example, one of the big challenges right now in the mining sector is acid mine discharge. And that is something that we have some specific technologies and solutions for that we can help address the industrial sector on water too. One of the big parts of our technology strategy is making sure that we are not only bringing technology that is of the highest value from an operational and efficiency standpoint, but also from an environmentally friendly standpoint as well. So I think water is a very important part of our portfolio from that standpoint. As we help countries build out their infrastructure, we do that in an environmentally and friendly way.
We have some very interesting trends in sub-Saharan Africa. The most notable trends, it comes to the incredible increase of exploration and production that we're seeing in the upstream sector. Just to give you a reference, 30% of all of the oil and gas finds since the year 2000s have happened globally in sub-Saharan Africa. And on top of that, we are continuing to see increased oil and gas exploration in countries where they have never produced, as well as legacy producing countries like Angola, Nigeria, Ghana, etc. The most notable finds are in East Africa, which is completely total uncharted territory. So this is a country which is already very strong in our oil and gas footprint, and is going to be even stronger when it comes to our capability to fulfill. We have actually more than doubled the business last year. We are looking at continuously to grow this year. Last year we have reached almost $2 billion of commitments, which is future revenues for us, and we are looking to continuously grow that.
When we're talking about partnership, and this is something that we strongly believe in, because we humbly believe that we cannot do it all alone and we need to partner.
Starting with people, we're also making significant investments in terms of partnerships, developing suppliers here on the continent to, again, bring our solutions and being able to develop those and build those from within. And on the service capability side as well, not only bringing our technology, but building the service capability teams here. So we're making a big investment in Africa.
We've always been a company that's known how to partner. In the end, we have a strong balance sheet and plenty of cash. I think what a good partner does is it just makes you more of an insider. We have the benefit because of how we've protected our brand over time, that people want to work with us, which is something we never want to lose. We need knowledge, and that's what a good partnership brings to us.
Today is a very special day, being Nelson Mandela's birthday, his 94th birthday. And we have some fun events organized, some face painting, some dancing, some good food. And so let's all have fun today.
I think another absolute critical role that GE plays here in Africa is to have a corporate social responsibility strategy as well. Delivering more than just the infrastructure solution, the sustainable supply chain, but reaching out to the community with our partners here in Africa. And GE has a rich history of doing that, and we're in the midst of doing that here on the continent as well.
The way I'm happy, I'm shaking, I can't talk, and I'm very happy. Thank you for two GE people. Thank you very much.
We see real opportunity in Nigeria. Nigeria being another large economy, 180 million people, that has a tremendous need for infrastructure development, including the rail sector. Just as an example, in Nigeria, there's a concrete manufacturer in Nigeria that uses a fleet of 6,000 trucks today to transport the cement from the factory to the locations where it's needed, where that can be done much more efficiently by rail. And so I think Nigeria is another interesting market that we're working on a project in.
Nigeria is really, I think, almost at the top of the list for a couple reasons. There's tremendous natural resources here that need to be developed. There's a significant infrastructure deficit. You know, there's everything gets carried by trucks and not rail lines. There's a power deficit. There's a healthcare deficit. So there's natural resources on one side. There's demand on the other. There's a general progress being made by the government. And I really like the people. I like the people that have come to work for GE, and I like the entrepreneurs that are here in Nigeria. So we're announcing a $250 million investment to do both assembly, technology, servicing of our products here. And we think this localization effort just helps us build a stronger foundation to support the government, the people, and the customers in Nigeria. The investment I just described doesn't even include what we might be able to do in localizing locomotives here. So I view another big investment in rail and locomotives. I think we'll invest some capital around the power projects. So there'll be an opportunity to do financing. There's an opportunity to do more manufacturing. And then healthcare. You know, we're just in the early phases. So I think we need to move in sync with how the government reforms are going, how privatization is going. I view Nigeria as a very strategic, important place where GE has to play to win and it has to invest early and often.
As you look across the economic landscape globally, you've got slowing developed markets, but Africa is the largest and fastest growing market that we see has a tremendous amount of runway for GE.
For me, that's the best story because it's a truly an out of Africa experience. You take the thoughts from Africa, you develop the product, and you launch it and implement it in Africa for Africans.
I would say in many ways the story of Africa over the next decade will be told by Nigeria. It's got resources, it's got people, population, it's got a desire in the heart of the people, because in many ways it all exists here. The window on the future, everything that can happen in Africa. So I'm always a believer in ride in the place that's got the most potential, invest hard, be very focused, execute well. If we do the right things here and it grows the way I think it can grow, really the rest of Africa is gonna come with it. I say, okay guys, we're doing Africa, we're doing it now, get on board, let's go.